Hi friends, thank you for joining me today. I am Chasing Creativity, Teresa, and thank you all to my new subscribers. I do see that there are a couple more people or some new people following me, so I wanted to say hi friends and thank you for joining. It means a lot to me to be able to share this platform with you guys, to be able and just, you know, even though we're all different areas and types of different crafters or different places in our crafting, we still lean on each other, which is a major issue that people feel like they can't really reach out. And I love that we have a platform and are able to do that with kindness and respect. So I posted these flowers, or a picture of my Cricut cutting some flowers, and okay, so this is what I've come up with. There has to be one of two videos, and let me tell you why. I don't have the correct tools, and I didn't realize this until last night. I was discussing with my best friend, Lily Liller. I think most of you know her as Crafting with Lily, and she is phenomenal. She is superstar, epic proportions. If you're not following her now, friends, you better try to, get to know her. She's amazing. And, so she always has these answers for me, and I really appreciate it. So she made some flowers and I went bonkers over them. I wanted them right then and there. She doesn't have a tutorial because she said there were a couple of people that already had a tutorial, and I don't know if I don't follow them or maybe they don't follow me. I don't know them very well, and I had been trying to look for them anyway. So I did find one. I think her name is Love Pink Dragons. I'm not sure what her name is, but she seems so nice and so humble and so sweet, and I really appreciated what I picked up from her. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to almost drop that. So I'm gonna interrupt real quick. My daughter got a brand new bed today, and when I'm at home or when I'm in my room and I'm in my element trying to craft, or when I'm at work, she'll send me pictures and be like, oh, this is such a big TV, you have such a comfortable bed. So she got a brand new bed today, and guess where she's at? She's at work. So when she watches this video, she's gonna be like, Mom, you're on my bed, and I can't wait to eat it up. Anyway, sorry guys, back to the flowers. So yes, as you all know, Liller posted those flowers and they're fabulous. I mean, but here's the thing, friends. There are a few things that we don't really know what we're doing or getting into until you get into it. So I posted, like I said before, my Cricut, and I started to make all of these cuts, right? Because I want to make a pretty box and I want to have all the flowers. So I went bonkers cutting different shapes and different sizes and different whatever. And there's so many different layers, I think really and truly, friends, for me, because I'm a beginner flower maker, I believe that 3 or 4 layers is sufficient. When you get all of these, whatever, if they come in, you pick them up from, I don't know, I must have left it at work, but I have one that I bought from AliExpress, and it comes with like 7 or 8 different ones, and you pick them up and they look, and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to make all of these sizes. But not only in all of these sizes, you have to make 4 different pages, and so you end up spending 3 days just cutting out flowers. By the time you cut out all the flowers, you're like, oh hell, I don't want to do this anymore. Anyway, I don't know if that's how you are, but that's how I get sometimes. You get discouraged, right? So that's where I messed up in number 1. I didn't realize the easiest way to learn this, friends, is you start with one design, whether it's this design that I'm playing with right now, which is the wraparound, or if you have this design, it's very pretty, very easy. You can buy this, I believe, on Silhouette in the Silhouette Design Store, and now they're offering for you to get the SVG because I don't have a Silhouette Cameo. I have a Cricut, as you can see with my pen, with my stylus, or my, I don't know what kind of pen this is. Anyway, so yes, you want to start out with 1 or 2 max, okay? What you want to do is you want to play around with them and figure out how many layers, yada, 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 how many pieces of paper. Literally and truly, guys, this project right here, you can probably use scraps on. If you have dies, my recommendation is to start with 1 or 2 different flowers with 3 or 4 maximum layers, and that does include the middle, okay? Here's the other thing. Nobody in any of the videos said you should use double-sided paper, because when you use double-sided paper, this is going to be the flower, right? This is a flower, and this is the outside of the flower. So when they go into our pretty boxes that we make, it don't look so pretty because it's white on the outside. So unless you're going to, or how I figured out, I cut a few different solid sheets out to wrap around the outside of each of these, not of these, because I didn't realize until too late that this ain't so pretty. It's really pretty, going to be really pretty on the inside, but not on the outside. Okay, so that's the first challenge, or second thing to keep in mind. The first thing to keep in mind is, again, 1 flower or 2 flower designs and 3, 4 cuts maximum. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't do what I did, friends. Look, seriously, because now that I know how to do it, I don't know what the hell to do with all these, right? I mean, I'm sure I can do something, but still, you get it. So I spent 2 days cutting this out, not even realizing that, hello, this ain't even the right everything. So yeah, it's pretty, and I know that once I'm able to figure it out, I'm gonna be able to figure it out, but it's still, you know, you get it. So then I thought, okay, I can add the back, the blue, the solid color blue to the back. And it works out just well. It's still very pretty, right? I mean, I love it. It's really pretty. And so that does help, okay? So then I think in one of my first craft with me's, I showed how to paint a bead, and then I used the bead to kind of, when I made some flowers prior to this, I used that bead, you know, in a way of trying to be cost conscious, and you know, we spend so much money. I was just trying to use the things that I had, but when I first started, okay, I didn't remember. I don't know, I was spacing out that night. So then I tried to use my bone folder. No, don't do that. And I'm going to show you why. Because when you use your bone folder, it's too big, and you end up, like, you can end up messing up what I was doing was I was actually making it worse. They were tearing. They looked like they were folded in one point. I mean, the bone folder is really hard to manage, okay? Also, when you have this kind of project, you want to use a it's a stylus pen. This is not a stylus pen. This is for the perforations, or you know what I mean, like the score. This is a scoring pen. However, I was using a plastic itty bitty stylus pen that I had gotten a long time ago, many years, when I was trying to pretend like I knew what I was doing with polymer clay. So plastic doesn't work real well, friends. If you can, Liller has, I believe she has an Amazon. Anyway, so we went ahead and both purchased a stylus pen. It comes with a case. It's Amazon, and I'll link that down below. Or you can watch her video, and I believe she can either tell you, or maybe she didn't have that first. Anyway, we'll figure out how to get that on there. You know, guys, I'm sorry. I'm kind of scatterbrained. Had a rough day today. Okay, so the stylus is very important to have. This is great. The set that I ordered has 9 different ones. So it has the big one and then the smaller, and it gets smaller. And the smaller you have, the better it is for these smaller flowers because it gives it better detail, right? Okay, so I like that. And so I was playing around with this one because I didn't like the quality. Of course, this didn't work. And using the quality of the plastic one absolutely didn't work. So I went ahead and I ordered it and I've not received it. That is what's going to happen when we get when I get my pen. I don't know when I'm going to get it, but probably a couple of days. So here's the thing with not using the correct tools. It's very easy to bend the paper, right? You can see it. If you can't see it, you know, all right here, it's all irregularly bent. And I don't like that because, you know, you see it with your crafter's eye and it looks funky. Well, you don't want your stuff to look funky, right? I know I don't. So that's one of the things. You know, you definitely want to have the correct tools. The next thing that you want to do is decide. For me, I didn't realize this until too late. You really can't unless you're just like grabbing and trying to pair. You're going to spend half your time. Oh, let me do this one and let me use this one. So pick out a handful, or before you get bonkers and make 4,000 like I showed you, I did. You want to pair them up so that you'll know what is going to go with what. So you want to have a clean craft space. That's so important to have. Whatever works for you. However, for me, it's best if I have a clean craft space because then my ADD kicks into overdrive, and then I just don't complete anything because I want to do it all in one night, right? Okay, so that's the other thing is, you know, start off small. And this is advice I didn't give myself, obviously, but we live and we learn, right, friends? So as you can see, anything metal works well. You want a foam. That's another thing. Here's the next lesson. You want a foam. This is just a foam that I picked up for probably 50 cents or 60 cents at Hobby Lobby. It's just a foam like this. I like this because it's easy, it's thicker, it's one of the thicker foams. I don't use it too often because when you put it on a small craft, it brings probably almost a half an inch of space. And that to me is not appealing to the eye. However, it works for stuff like this. You're going to want to get some sort of sponge. I even saw where they had the egg crate sponge. So what you do is you just put it in each of the egg holes and you just, you know, do it in there and it sits in there, and with the shape of the egg crate sponge, it perfectly forms, right? Wonderful. So that's the next thing is you just want to make sure that you have you want to start off small and make sure that you have the right tools. I think these are beautiful. I'm going to put a center in here and just kind of play with how fun this is. These colors are fab. I love it. But again, friends, look, on the other side, it's boring because look how pretty this combination is, right? But then this side, it's boring. So what I did was I printed off another one, but even with having, you know, I still am going to have to really get it to, it's going to be a pain in the butt actually to adhere this to here so it'll have some type of something on the outside. Now I could and most likely will to not just toss these out. I'm probably going to use some ink and kind of rub them in some ink just to take off this harsh color, a harsh white. I'm sorry guys, I'm kind of stumbling everywhere. But so these are just a few of the things that you want to keep in mind when you get your stylus pen or when you get your other goodies. You want to make sure that everything actually fits. Like this is way too big, as pretty as it is. Look at it. it won't fit in here. It's too big for that. So that's another thing. You know, the centers don't always come with the flowers. So if you have a cricket, like I had a cricket or a silhouette or whatever, you know, you definitely want to consider the flower center. That's a big deal. So, you know, this is a learning process for me. I know that I made flowers prior, but I'm trying to step up my game, friends. You know, I really love this community, and I want to be the best that I can be, and being able to do that is just part of growth, right? So what I have decided to do is I am just gonna do this craft with you guys, literally with me right now. And then when my stylus tool, when the for real stylus tool that I ordered comes in, then we'll do another craft with me and we can check the difference. Let me know if you have any questions at all. I am on right now. You guys, even some of you guys have my telephone number because I just love this community so much. And I've been very blessed to make some wonderful friends. And I really love you guys. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to me here or on Instagram. If you like this video and all of its bloopers, then give me a thumbs up, please. And if you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. I don't get why people watch all these videos and don't subscribe or give a thumbs up. So, you know, like with everything else in life, you want to know that your work is being seen and recognized, and that you're getting, you know, you're getting some kind of feedback. Feedback is good. Otherwise, you know, you'll never have real growth, right? Okay, so here's what we have tonight. I'm not really feeling it, but you get with what I have here, what I'm able to work with, it's not too bad. I was able to cover the center. This is all glue that's wet that you saw me just put it on. So this is cute. I haven't figured out exactly how I'm gonna layer the outside, but I do like these flowers, and I think they're gonna be darling once I add 1 or 2 more layers around it. I may have to, like I said, either play with the stamp ink or just add another layer. So I'm going to figure that out. And then again, when we do another craft with me, or follow-up craft with me later on in the weekend, then we will compare the two. So again, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Please consider subscribing. And let me know your thoughts, your questions. I know I said this, I find myself repeating, and that's because I am trying to listen out to my daughter. I know she's getting off work soon, and I'm going to try and just send her pictures and go like, haha, now who gets to enjoy the bed? So I love you guys, and I am really looking forward to continuing this and our endeavor in growing together. I really appreciate you watching. And let me know what you find. Let me know how it works for you. Tag me in your creations. I would love to know if you didn't use a stylus and you were able to use something else, what's an alternative? If you don't use foam and you don't use a sponge, how are you doing it? So that's really important, friends. It's good for us to share our thoughts and what we have learned and our growth with this. And I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to take anybody's work away from them. I know I didn't invent this project, as wonderful and darling as it is. However, I will say this, my first video of flowers came out long before these other ladies did it. I'm just saying, I'm not saying anything, but you know what I mean, friends. All right, so I love you guys, and I will see you again in a couple of days. I ordered it today. I think it's going to come in on Saturday. So I tried to do a live with me, and I couldn't because it said I didn't have enough followers. Mwah. I'll get there. I know I'll get there, and I'm excited for that, and I appreciate that you guys are taking me along on your growth as well. I'll talk to you later, friends. Bye.